This is what retired people do when they have hobbies. So, and since high-end audio is a hobby of mine, high-end without spending a lot of money, I build things. So this is a resistor ladder DAC called an R2R DAC. And a DAC is a digital to analog converter. And I'm pointing at all the resistors on the board right there. So first let me show you everything on here. So what I have is I have a power supply. I have the Soekris DAC board that I bought. And then I have a Raspberry Pi, which is a processor that I'm going to use for streaming digital audio to the Soekris board. And then these are the outputs to the headphone amplifier that I'm using. So what I did was I did everything first class. This was a $300 board. And then I spent, so probably a DAC like this would be at least $1,000. But I spent $300 on this board, and then probably another $100 in the power supply. So I think for around $400, I got a $1,000 DAC. So, what I got power coming in, and that goes to a switch right here. I got a fuse right there, and then that goes to a big beefy transformer, and that goes to this bank of capacitors for both voltage rails, and then I bypassed every electrolytic cap with a polypropylene cap. These little brownish looking things here, each of those are polypropylene. And I got a 5-volt regulator, 7.5 amp right there, which runs the Raspberry Pi. And then, of course, a full wave rectifier, which I need for the voltage rails. Got all that? Okay, and then my voltage comes in right here. This is the voltage on the board. And then this actually is the digital inputs from my Raspberry Pi. And I'm using the I2S bus, which is like way cooler than using I call it the SPDIF or USB connector, because this is actually a 4-wire bus that allows you to have synchronous versus asynchronous transmission. So, and so that comes in here, and I went ahead and I tested it, and it sounds really good. It's like, I think I could listen to it all day and put in every one of the songs I've already listened to and listen to them again. And it's like hearing brand new music. It's really great. So, and that's about all. Oh yeah, that's my headphone amp, but that's not a big deal. I bought that a long time ago. So, and this is called an R2R DAC versus the other DAC, which is called Delta Sigma, which is a single chip DAC. This thing uses a resistor ladder, which is something that they originally did back in the 80s, and then they've since developed the Delta Sigma DACs, which are, according to most audio people, not as good a quality as an R2R DAC. Okay, is that good?
Yes, it was great.